Hey guys, Rhonda Dracula's here with RK3 Designs, and we're gonna do a finish with a little spin on it. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a hybrid exotic pour, if that makes sense. We're gonna add all our colors, and all of our colors that we're doing today are going to be very, very monotoned. I want there to be very subtle differences in the whites and the grays that I'm using, because I really want this to be a white tabletop with just accents of color. So we're gonna see how it goes. So I'm gonna be using quite a few different mediums in this today. We're gonna start off with some Just Resin products that I get from Erica and Jeff with Artist Till Death. We'll be doing titanium white and pearl white. Also, we're gonna come in with a really fun product. It's Bling It by Resin Art, I believe. It's called Milky Way, and this is an amazing product. It's really, really, really sparkly, but as you add it to your epoxy, it melts like butter. We're also going to be using some bright silver, which is from Stone Coat Countertop, and also a new color from Stone Coat, Pearl Blue, which is actually a pearl color with a hint of blue shimmer. All right, so that's gonna be our main colors. Then we're gonna be doing some spray paints, and we're gonna be adding those in to the bucket as we pour. So let's get started. So I've mixed up some Stone Coat Countertop Art Coat, and Art Coat has really high amounts of UV protection. And I'm just gonna do equals amounts. I'm really not worried about getting this on the surface because I know that I'm gonna be adding everything anyway. Perfect. So I'm gonna dump that upside down until we're ready for it. All right, so I've already put some colorant, the blue pearl colorant, into this cup. And I learned a little trick from Erica at Artist Till Death, is if you'll take your mica powder and you'll make a slurry out of it with 91% alcohol while it's in the bottom of your cup. So then when you add your material, your epoxy, and then you stir it, it's already gonna melt for you. It's not gonna be in chunks, and you don't have to stir it quite as much. And then you won't get those little tadpoles or those little fish eyes. That's kind of prevalent when you mix in powdered metallics. Okay, guys, I love this new color from Stone Coat, the blue pearl. Look at the blues. Not really sure you could pick that up or not, but look at that hint. This is what they would call interference blue. Beautiful color. Love that. Can't wait to see how that's gonna be. And it's got a really pearly color, not really white. All right, so here is our bright silver. I made a slurry out of it also. And when you make the slurry, it doesn't have to be super runny. It's just kind of like a thick paste almost. But man, it makes it mix up so much better. Cool. Beautiful color. All right, now we're gonna start adding in our other colorants. This is the titanium white, and it is a paste as well. All of the Just Resin paste are highly, highly pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. This was our titanium white. And then next we're gonna come in with our pearl white, also from Just Resin. And I don't cook, so I'm not really good at mixing stuff. So don't ask me exactly how much I'm using. I'm just digging in there. Okay, so each one of these are a 16-ounce cup. So for a 16-ounce cup, I'm putting about one blob. Is that an official measurement, a blob? That's what I'm doing. And these, you can really build the color. You can build up how much opacity that you want. I'm doing mine pretty opaque. If I dip it and lift up my stick, I really don't see the wood grain. Okay, so this is some dream material. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Now watch, even though it's a powder, as soon as I put it into the resin, it's going to be almost like butter, and it's going to blend in so well. That's why I don't have to make a slurry out of this, because it just absolutely mixes so nice. This is where our big bling is coming from. So we are going heavy duty on the Milky Way because I really want some bling. All right, so my last white is going to be made with spray paint. Now, all of these different materials, when we put them together in a dirty pour, is really going, they're going to fight each other, and that's how we're going to get the really cool effects that we're going to get. All right. Now, when you're doing this, it's a really good idea to either have a mask on or to make sure you really step away because of the fumes. And don't do so much paint that it really makes your epoxy runny. You want to keep it under 10% of your total volume. So I'm going to let those gases kind of settle down a little bit. Now, when you mix paint, spray paint, into the epoxy, you get a very transparent paint. It's really hard to get your color opaque with spray paint because you have to use so much of it, and it can have a tendency to make your epoxy runny. And I want a transparent, soft white. All of these other whites I tinted very opaquely. This is going to be a very transparent white. So now this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to take 3 separate measuring cups, and I'm going to set these measuring cups down, and we're going to just start adding the material differently. Nothing is going to be the same. So we're going to start adding and sticking in some spray paint. Okay, so now we're going to start layering. I'm going to start off with adding a little bit of white spray paint in each one of my buckets. Then we're just going to start adding color. Very random. And between each layer, I'm going to spray a little bit of spray paint. Now I'm going to do different spray paints on each one. That one was winter gray. Then I went in with caustic blue, silver metallic. So every bucket's going to kind of have a little different. Now I'm coming in with our white, titanium white. Now when I pour this in, I'm being very careful not to just dump it in because I don't want everything to mix in the bowl. All right, now I'm going to come in a little bit with regular white spray. And I'm going to do white in all 3 of them because I don't want to get too many dark colors in there. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the silver, bright silver metallic from Stone Coat. And I'm just doing a little bit of it at a time. And guys, don't overthink this. Just get it in there. All right. And I'm going to hit it. Now I'm going to come in with dark steel. All right, now I'm coming in with the pearl white, charcoal gray. Now this bucket I'm going to get a little darker, and these 2 I'm going to keep pretty light. So I don't want to put the dark gray in these 2. I want to keep these pretty light colors. So I'm going to come in there with white, and let's do the caustic blue. Now I'm going to come in with the white spray paint. So remember, on this one bucket to my left, I'm going to have more dark colors. Let's go back in with charcoal gray again. No, let's go in with dark steel. Dark steel. Ooh, that's pretty. All right. Now I'm coming in with Milky Way. Oh, wow. That looks gorgeous next to the dark steel. All right, now we're gonna start going back. This is with our pearl blue. All right, so I'm gonna actually add just a little bit more white to this and a little bit more of the gray. And then I'm gonna be finished with this bucket. So I'm just gonna work on these two buckets now. These are the dark colors. Now I'm gonna stay strictly lighter colors in these buckets. So I'm gonna hit it a little bit more with white. Come back in with my titanium white. Soft stick blue. Now I've got a little bit left. So I'm gonna take that, dump it. Silver metallic. I'm gonna add a little silver metallic there as well. Then I'm gonna come in with the Milky Way. White. And I'm gonna finish up with my little bit of my pearl blue. And then take that and dump that upside down. This is my titanic white, or titanium white, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a little bit of, my hands are getting slippery. A little bit of blue. The last part of our titanium. And we'll follow it up with the Milky Way. Okay, so now that I've got everything mixed up, I'm gonna take these and very carefully move them. I don't wanna mix them up. And you're kind of on a timetable at this point because you don't want all those colors just falling down to the bottom. Now I'm gonna take what I have left of my silver and I'm just gonna put it on the table. And whatever resin I have left in these cups, I'm just gonna put it down on the table. And all I'm gonna use it for now is almost greasing the board, they call it. All right, so I'm gonna take my stick. Check this out. I have this on a Lazy Susan. How fun is this? All I'm doing now is getting some sort of resin on the surface. I really don't care that it's mixing up. I just want it on the surface. And then I want to make sure that I'm getting it right on that edge so that when I pull the tape off, it'll flow. Now the reason I have the tape on the edges is because we're putting quite a bit of material on this board. I'm using about 5 ounces per square foot because I really like to use a lot of products when I'm doing these exotic pours because it allows the material to really move and give me some beautiful effects. But I don't want all of that material to run off the board immediately. So I tape up the edges so that my material stays on the top for a good 30, 45 minutes, even sometime as long as an hour. Then when I pull that off, the material has thickened up. And instead of just flowing really fast off the edges, it's gonna flow very slow and it's gonna give me some gorgeous edges. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I have a special guest popping in really quick. Literally, he didn't even know he was gonna do this. I'm gonna get him to hold a bucket. And then what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna start in the middle, and as I twist, I'm gonna bring it to me. So you do the same thing there, okay?
So just bring it
Bring it to you very slowly.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go. And then kind of moving around. Oh, wow, that's cool. Oh my gosh, this blue is amazing.
I still have some.
Okay, we'll keep going. Now I'm gonna come in with the darker bucket. This had some of the darker colors in it. Actually, I lied. This is the lighter color. So now I'm just coming in and I'm filling in some areas. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that blue that's coming right through. Wow. So guys, this is so much fun. Way cool. We have so many very light monotone colors, but all together, it looks amazing. As you heat it, your white spray paint comes to the top and almost causes a stone-like effect. So like I said, we have quite a bit of material on the top. So I'm gonna let this set for a good probably 30 or 45 minutes. And then I'm gonna pull my tape and we'll let it run off the edges. Okay, so we've let this piece set for about 45 minutes. But what I want you to focus on more than the time is the stage of where your epoxy is at. If you're in a very hot area or humid area, your wait time is going to be quite a bit different than someone who's in 65-degree weather. So you want your epoxy to start thickening up so that when we pull this tape, it flows very slowly over the edge and it doesn't really mess up your pattern that's on top. So we're going to go ahead and tear it and start pulling it off. Guys, having this on a Lazy Susan is a game changer. All right, I'm gonna let it flow naturally for just a little bit, then I can come back and touch up my edges. Any place your edges have surface tension, you can just bring your fingers and very lightly touch it and help that flow over nice and even. Okay guys, now I can take some drips and I can really come in here and play and just add some dimension to the piece. Guys, this piece turned out absolutely fantastic. I love it. If you like this piece as much as I do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave me some comments. Maybe would you have added an accent color? Would you have added some more bling to it? Alcohol, something, let me know. So check out our website, RK3designs.com. Also check out our online course, onlineepoxypro.com. And until next time, remember, don't be scared, move forward, and be creative.